Good afternoon and welcome to the weekly press briefing of the Kosovo Specialist Chambers, where we aim to provide journalists with an update on the latest developments at the court and the opportunity to ask questions. Last Friday, on the 6th of December, the indictment against Hashim Thaçi, Bashkim Smakaj, Fadil Fazliu, Isni Kilaj, and Hayreddin Kuçi on charges related to alleged unlawful efforts to influence witness testimonies was made public. It can be accessed on the KSC webpage. The pretrial judge had earlier confirmed the indictment on the 29th of November. Pursuant to this confirmed indictment and separate arrest warrants issued by a pretrial judge, Mr. Smakaj, Mr. Fazliu, and Mr. Kilaj were arrested on the 5th of December in Kosovo and were transferred to the KSC detention facilities on the 6th of December. The Specialist Prosecutor's Office carried out the arrests with the support of the European Union Rule of Law Mission in Kosovo. Mr. Thaçi was served with an arrest warrant issued by the pretrial judge in the detention facilities of the Kosovo Specialist Chambers on the basis of the confirmed indictment on the 5th of December. Hayreddin Kuçi was served with the confirmed indictment and was summoned to appear before the pretrial judge for his initial appearance. According to the confirmed indictment, between at least the 12th of April 2023 and the 2nd of November 2023, during separate unprivileged visits to the detention facilities, Mr. Thaçi provided Mr. Smakaj, Mr. Kilaj, Mr. Fazliu, and Mr. Kuçi with confidential information about SPO witnesses, instructed the accused to influence the testimonies of SPO witnesses, and provided details about how to do so. The indictment further alleges that Mr. Thaçi coordinated 3 distinct groups formed with Mr. Smakaj, Mr. Fazliu, and Mr. Kilaj, and other uncharged individuals, and coordinated with Mr. Kuçi to interfere with the testimony of SPO witnesses in ongoing criminal proceedings. In this case, Mr. Thaçi is charged with 3 counts of attempting to obstruct by common action of a group, official persons in performing official duties, 4 counts of violating the secrecy of proceedings, and 4 counts of contempt of court. Mr. Fazliu, Mr. Smakaj, and Mr. Kilaj are each charged with 1 count of attempting to obstruct, by common action of a group, official persons in performing official duties, and 1 count of contempt of court. Mr. Kuçi is charged with 2 counts of contempt of court. In line with the KSC Rules of Procedure and Evidence, separate initial appearances for the 5 accused in this case took place on the 8th and the 9th of December 2024. Fadil Fazliu, Isni Kilaj, and Hayreddin Kuçi pleaded not guilty to all of the charges during their initial appearances. Hashim Thaçi and Bashkim Smakaj have not yet entered a plea in relation to the charges in this indictment. Under the rules, an accused may enter a plea of guilty or not guilty for each of the charges at their initial appearances or within 30 days thereafter. Under the rules, the pretrial judge shall convene a status conference as soon as possible after the initial appearances of the accused in order to, among other things, organize exchanges between the parties so as to ensure the expeditious preparation of the case for trial, and to take steps to ensure that all necessary preparations are being conducted by the parties in a timely and in a diligent fashion. The pretrial judge on Tuesday accordingly scheduled the first status conference for next Tuesday, the 17th of December, starting at 1400 hours. In her order, the pretrial judge noted that the status conference will include discussions on disclosure, the redaction regime to be followed in the case, and any other related topics the parties deem necessary. She also invited Hashim Thaçi and Bashkim Smakaj to enter a plea during the status conference if they so wish. In the separate case of Hashim Thaçi, Kadri Veseli, Recep Salimi, and Yakub Krasniqi, connected to charges of war crimes and crimes against humanity, on 11th of December, the trial panel granted in part a request by the prosecution to admit the testimony of 9 witnesses in written form. On 9th of December, the trial panel also granted a request for a witness to testify with protective measures via video conferencing. In the Salih Mustafa case, the KSC president assigned a Supreme Court panel on the 10th and 11th of December, respectively, to decide on 2 requests for protection of legality, one by Mr. Mustafa and one by the prosecution. Both requests relate to the Court of Appeals' decision on new determination of Salih Mustafa's sentence. Mr. Mustafa alleges that the Court of Appeals panel violated the law in its determination of his sentence with respect to his murder charge, and asks that the Supreme Court panel enter a lower punishment for this count or return it to the competent panel for a new decision. The prosecution disputes the legality of the sentence of 15 years imposed by the appeals chamber as being too low, and asks the Supreme Court panel to return the case to the appeals panel for the purpose of determining a new sentence.